Do you hate getting off your bike with pains and aches all over your body and covered in sweat? Would you prefer getting off refreshed and energized?
In reality, there are a few small changes and adjustments that you can make to your bike that will make a massive difference. You need to unlock 3 doors to level up your cycling comfort. The first one is a massive one and it's got potentially 5 keys, while the second and the third only have 1 key. So once you're through the first door, you're almost there. Let's see what is happening here at this door and what you can do about it, taking 1 key at a time. Take a look at this bike versus this one. One of them is built for speed and the other one is built for comfort. What is the main difference between them though? The first key to this door is in your butt. No, that's not what I mean. It's in your butt height relative to your hands. On a road bike, everything is optimized for speed, and the biggest obstacle you must overcome when riding fast is wind resistance. Tug down as much as possible to reduce how much the wind affects you. This comes at a cost though. The lower your handlebar relative to your saddle, the more weight you put on your hands. More weight on your hands means less circulation to your fingers. On the other hand, an upright bike like this one is built with comfort in mind. The handlebar is much higher and it allows you to sit upright. The trade-off here is that it's much less efficient for riding fast. Not only, but especially because of wind resistance. What do these 2 bikes teach us? If you manage to raise your handlebar on your bicycle to shift some of your weight from your hands to your rear end, you will make it more comfortable. If you have a quill stem like this one, the adjustment is super easy. Loosen this bolt, raise the handlebar until you get it in the right position, then tighten it again. If you have a more modern bike, you will find these rings at the headset. These are called spacers and they help you adjust the height of your handlebar. Stack them under the stem if you want to bring it up, or stack them over the stem to bring it down. The best thing is that this adjustment can be done at home with a simple multi-tool. Doesn't cost a dime. Of course, you can only adjust your stem height so far before you run out of spacers, but you can purchase a stem raiser to lift your handlebar even higher. Also, check this out. How cool is this stem? It allows you to adjust its angle, but it also adjusts the height of the handlebar. You can bring it up to make your bike more upright or drop it down to make it more forward leaning. So you have your handlebar height adjusted, but you're still getting numb hands, which means that you need to use the second key. Can you notice the big red flag here? Many people may not spot it, but it leads to so much extra weight on your hands. Let me show you what it is. Just like the ball rolls off the saddle, you also tend to slide forwards because of gravity, which, you guessed it right, puts extra weight on your hands. Loosen the nut holding the saddle in place and tilt it back until it's parallel with the ground. It's another simple fix that makes a massive difference for free. The third key to this door is even easier than the previous 2 because it doesn't require any tool, and you may not even realize that you are making this mistake. It's the squeeze! No, not the lemon squeeze, but squeezing the grip too tight. If you do it for long enough and tight enough, you're going to block the blood flow to your fingers and they end up getting numb. Try to relax your upper body and your hands when you're riding. Don't squeeze too tight and try to get some weight off your hands by engaging your core. This requires some conscious effort initially, especially if you don't feel completely confident on your bicycle, but it becomes second nature after a while. The fourth key to this door has some costs involved, but even some long-time commuters who finally tried this for the first time after many years claim that this is one of the best things they have ever done for their ride. Suppose you've got a laptop, a charger, a change of clothes, some tools, some food in your backpack. Each of these is very little in weight, but when you add them together, you end up with a 15-pound backpack very easily. If you carry all this weight in a backpack, guess where some of it is going to end up? On your hands. By ditching the backpack and using a pannier, you instantly free yourself from some excess weight. When you get on your bike the next time, you will immediately spot the difference. But Sam, I am using a pannier already and I still have numb hands. Well, on to the next one, but before we do, if you find value in this video, please do me a favor and hit the like button below. So the fifth key is also not completely free, but it completely transformed my riding experience and it's totally worth it. Many of us use flat handlebars, but they have two massive problems. The stock grips are usually rubbish and they only offer one hand position, which is not even the most comfortable one. Look, your hands naturally go like this, but when you place them on the handlebar, they are twisted. You can change both of these problems by adding bar end grips. I use Ergon GP grips, but there are other options probably just as good as this one. Not only do you get extra hand positions, but it is also more comfortable for your palm. Not to mention that riding on the top of the bar end also helps you to be more upright and shift more of your weight to your back. Once you have unlocked this massive door, you only have two small ones to get through to find comfort. Let's shift our focus from your upper body to your lower body, and that feeling that makes you go, I don't want to get on the bike anymore because I can barely walk. And I'm not talking about sore muscles, but knee pain specifically. It doesn't only affect you when you're riding, but it can also affect you when you're walking. The average person needs to use only one door to this key because I see this mistake all the time.
Can you spot the mistake on this clip? Can you see how he rides his bike? He's got his knee bent throughout the entire range of motion.
If you don't extend your legs properly, you're going to feel the pain under the kneecap. Plus, you will find it much harder to pedal when you're going uphill. Many new riders want to have some extra safety and want to know that they can touch the ground with both of their feet at the same time, and this leads to pain in the knees. The fix is so simple and it doesn't cost anything. Lift up your saddle to the point where your leg is fully extended when you place your heel on the pedal in the 6 o'clock position and enjoy a much more pleasant ride. I can't believe we're at the third door already. Although this one doesn't alleviate any pain, but it still elevates the overall ride comfort, and it is this one. Have you ever wondered why competitive cyclists wear lycra instead of jeans or tuxedo? It's not because of the looks, I assure you. And I am not even advocating that you should wear lycra on your ride. Riding in certain types of clothes is just too uncomfortable. If you have a short 10-minute ride each way, you can probably get away with almost anything. But ride for 30 or 40 minutes and you will feel a huge difference if you ride in more comfortable clothes. I don't wear lycra myself, but I do wear comfortable clothes when I cycle to work. If your clothes cause you chafing, restrict your movement, or cause you discomfort in some way, you need to prioritize your comfort and sacrifice a little bit of practicality. Once you've unlocked these 3 doors, you're as comfortable on the bike as possible and almost ready to take on the world. I say almost because still there is a problem, because if you have been riding for 30 minutes or more, you're probably covered in sweat and you don't want to get changed immediately. You probably have to wait for 10 or 20 minutes for the sweating to stop. But the good news is that there are some powerful techniques that you can use to reduce how much you sweat during your ride. I break down the best tips in this video here, so not only will your riding comfort, but also sweat free. See you there!